Feature Friday.
The freshest. Okay, so to start off, we're gonna start with the bang because why not? I mean, why the hell?
Well, Ballet likes a lot Lea Salonga, right? And she's
no secret here.
Because obviously, in case you're new to the channel and all that stuff, Ballet did a lot of theatre here in London, and like the person that everyone aspires
Jazz
to be
hands.
in London, it's Lea Salonga.
Indeed.
That's what everyone wants to be like.
Everybody, mate.
Yeah, literally.
Everyone, sir. Because she should be knighted. She should be knighted
How do you
by
get
the
knighted
queen.
in the UK if you're a woman?
I don't know.
What do you get given? Miss?
The title of lady?
Lady, that's right, lady. Like lady.
The lady title?
Lady Lea
Lady
Salonga.
Lea. That's...
I wonder what she would have to do to get that. Like Murray had to win Wimbledon twice.
Oh.
You know,
Yes, you do.
She did Miss Saigon. She did
Gary
Les Mis.
Barlow. Well, Gary Barlow got knighted.
He was what, Backstreet Boys.
No, he was from Take That.
Take that. No.
Take That.
Yeah, so she should probably qualify, wouldn't she?
Right?
She's basically half British.
No, she's definitely not British at all, though. I think
No, but she speaks so perfect. Though.
But you have to be British, right, Mom?
I don't know.
It's like a requirement to get knighted.
Oh, that's what it is. She can't get knighted then.
No, she cannot, because she's not British, born.
Fuck.
Shame, though, right?
That would be one of the things if I had a time machine, I'd do.
I wish I had a time machine.
No, just change the rules where Lea Salonga could get knighted. And people in the past would be like, who is this Lea Salonga? And then until she was born, that's when it would make sense. The chosen one, Lady Lea Salonga. Anyways, I've never seen this. This is a performance of her in Mix.
Yeah, I actually haven't ever seen this before.
And apparently not many people have seen this either. So quite interesting. Shout out to the people in Mix.
Shout out to the people like me. She
Gotta
brought out a whole orchestra to Mix.
Yes, she's worthy.
Look, a whole freaking ass orchestra. Sing it, girl. This has 2006 vibes. Yes, mother, it is beautiful.
Mother's here present today.
Hello, people.
You light up another cigarette and I pour the wine. It's 4 o'clock in the morning.
She looks so good with long hair, dude.
It's
Yeah.
starting to get light. Now I'm right where I wanna be, losing track of time.
What Lucia's like.
I freaking love her.
Was still
I love her.
last night.
Yes. Continue. She brought the whole orchestra.
I've never understood how that works because
The whole orchestra.
you would imagine when it's sort of like slowing down, he would also go a bit slow, and then you go big, but he doesn't. They went like that, and then they just came in off of the tempo of that. What?
It's not.
I'd get even more confused.
Well,
Like,
yes.
does this mean in? You would imagine, right? That's natural.
Okay, you
But it
don't
didn't.
remember.
So,
You obviously paid zero attention. You obviously paid zero attention to the years in choir, did you?
zero.
Yeah.
Zero, nothing, nada.
Yes. This is a very clear sign. Wonderful.
Yeah, nothing. I did a lot of choir when I was young. And I remember and regret all of it.
I actually have pictures. There's pictures of Tiny Frucho standing there in the
Please,
frame.
mate, can we find them? Do you think?
I
Or is it
don't
too much
know.
of a hassle?
You have some, Mama.
Me asleep.
No. He's like standing
Choir
there
boy.
with the most fed up face
They had
ever.
to introduce a percussive section because of me. Because I was a percussionist, and my mother and father and Waleska were trying to encourage me to sing. Because learning the technicalities of singing.
I really didn't have much of a say.
But I didn't care. You should. To be fair, I just wanted to hang out with Walucha.
Wherever I went, you went.
Yeah. So, because when we were young, we were really like that. Then we became separated by sort of life, and then we're back together. How about that? but
How about that?
so they sort of encouraged me to do this type of shit, and with
not crap.
orchestras and all that stuff.
would you say
No,
shit?
for a kid though, for me as a kid, that was quite boring. Now, amazing.
I think Mom found some pictures. Listen! Look at that tiny person.
The guy in yellow.
The tiny yellow dude.
That's me. The thing is, she couldn't find a pic.
Happy.
She
You're
couldn't find a
so
picture of
bored.
me
Oh,
Dead.
I think there are some pictures in rehearsals.
But anyways.
Efra's like sitting. We're like in rehearsals, and Efra's the only one sitting down.
Yes. Anyways, continue into this. Go on.
Like you're in another world, but I can read your mind.
Look at her posture.
How can
Look at that woman's posture.
far away, lying by my side?
I love her.
When I go away, I'll miss you, and I will be thinking
Nice chord progression.
every night and day. Just promise me you'll wait for me, 'cause I'll be saving all my love.
Dude, that's a look.
for you. And I will be home soon. Promise me you'll wait for me. I need to know you feel the same way too.
Oh, goodness gracious.
I'll be home. I'll be home.
Yeah, that made sense.
Well,
Oh! Yes. Who doesn't love a Spanish guitar?
When I go away, I'll miss you, and I will be thinking of you.
you see what's interesting though? You look at her, like how lifted she is from underneath, and how forward and up her chest is. This area
I'll
here.
be thinking of you.
It's really
And you see-
immaculate posture.
Yeah, and the really great thing is that she's not really touching. She's not really kinesthetically finding her her positioning like you think she might be.
Well, but let's
She's
remember.
actually anchoring from the latissimus dorsi down. So so that lifts this part up, the chest area, which only allows you to find more grounding. And even if the song is really delicate, like this particular piece, you have absolute control of how vulnerable you want to be, and that only comes from that anchoring. And it looks so pristine, like so well put together. It is strangely fascinating to watch.
Every night and day, just promise me you'll wait for me, 'cause I'll be saving all my love for you, and I will be home soon.
Levels to this game, man.
Indeed.
Promise me you'll wait
You see, it's so
for me.
anchored.
I need to know you feel the same way too.
Nice.
And I'll be home. I'll be home. Promise me you'll wait for me, 'cause I'll be saving all my love for you, and I will be home soon.
You could even see that she places the notes before she sings them.
Promise me you'll wait for me. I need to know you feel the same way too.
Ah.
Theatre.
And I'll be home. I'll be home soon.
What a banger.
Oh, what an ending. Oh, what an ending. Brilliant. Goodness. Brilliant.
Okay, so a couple of things. I think are probably worth mentioning that you said go back to maybe the bit where they're focused on her.
I just want to see the full body. Yeah, a full body shot.
So-
right here.
we shouldn't assume that everyone sort of knows what you meant by kinesthetic feeling.
All right,
What she actually meant was kinesthetic awareness, which means that this is something very. Perhaps the definition of this is not to sound redundant, but it's how aware you are of how your body feels or the feedback that your body gives you when you perform a specific movement. This applies to sports. This applies to music.
Yes.
This applies to painting. This applies to everything. And you have receptors in your body. Kinesthetic, it's feel and touch.
That's right.
So what Bali meant by that is like she can feel her lats being engaged, and
So
she's
the
aware of all of
muscles
them.
underneath your armpits. That's how you would like put it into common speech.
I don't presume that you didn't know this, but I think it's also fair to presume that some of you did and some of you didn't. So I think
Right.
it's probably
Well,
good to
so to break it down really nicely, that she's so grounded that she didn't even sway, she didn't even move
one
like,
spot, right?
Nothing, and the same posture that she got in this setting. That's exactly how she began the song, and so that gives absolute complete freedom to the abdominal wall and the relaxation in which she chooses to utilize the muscles. Because for this type of songs, the vulnerability, the emotional aspect of it are king. They're the main purpose of the song. Given that also the fact that it's so orchestral, is such a big arrangement musically speaking. The focus is always on how what? How you can communicate openly the emotion? Yeah.
Communicatively.
Thank you.
That's a tough word.
It is, right? How can you openly communicate the feeling through the acting? And sometimes when the songs are so sensitive to movement, physically speaking, the best approach is to strip absolutely everything out of it. And the approach would be on diction and intent and storytelling through emphasis in the phrasing of the singing itself. It becomes very minimalistic, but it's one of the most effective approaches when it comes to emotional songs, emotional pieces. And she's one of the greatest examples, even in modern music today, to copy when it comes to trying to find fragility and precise emotion that communicates really well. Gosh, can't speak to that.
That's why she's one of the best singers,
That's
probably
right.
from the Philippines of all time, I'd say. Because not only because what she's done sort of in terms of singing, but what she's able to do through singing, because she acts and does a lot of musical.
That's right. But the
It's a
acting,
different skill.
yeah, the acting through song is, I believe is a skill any singer should learn.
Acting
'Cause-
through song.
Yeah, acting through song, the understanding and of the requirements of the songs themselves.
Aid the performance.
That's
of course.
right. Whether you wrote them, whether you were given them, whether the compositions have been already prearranged for you or not, I think the ability to access emotions because of the acting and the understanding of the lyricism through the music should always be required, especially for balladeers and people who sing from the heart, you know?
Fair enough.
Yeah, what a song! What a
thought-
performance!
I think it's obviously quite popular, this performance, but because it happened so long back.
it's actually
No,
not.
they posted it in 2017.
I know,
it's
but
probably not from there.
this is one of those performances that people
Probably
apparently
forgot
don't
about.
know much about.
I think they knew when that
music.
shit came out, but maybe they sort of forgot because it is an unlike environment for like a sort of TV performance sort of
Yeah.
thing. But anyways.